Can you give us a brief history on Hunter? Like, when did you find out that he was on the spectrum?
Hunter was born 3.5 months early, and he was diagnosed with autism around 3 years old. And we found out briefly around the 2 years old, when he just showed us signs that he had some different types of behaviors that were not normal, such as just behaviors as like sniffing cars, putting things up to his face, lining up cars, um, just being afraid of noises, covering his ears, not really relating with other children, not wanting to be around people, not wanting to be around other children, scared of other children, kind of wanting to be in his own little space, not wanting to talk to many people. So that kind of gave us the first cues that he was being a little different than a normal toddler would want to be.
Do you ever let the community's reactions dictate what you all do as a family?
I have in the past. I used to keep Hunter at home because of his behaviors and his attitude and how it affected when we went out in the community. But I've learned along the years that that's not the case anymore. I don't hide him anymore and shelter him from the world. That he is who he is, and it's not going to change anything anymore. That he was given this diagnosis, and these are who his behaviors are going to be, and they're not going to change. So now we do take him places, and I've learned just to shrug it off. And if someone has an issue, we try to explain to them. We've made little cards up that say about autism, and we've shared these cards with people now that have autism support information on them. So we have handed those out in incidents where we've come in a scruffle or anything, that with another person in the community that doesn't quite understand some of these behaviors that Hunter might be having, that they might think he's having a meltdown or having a bratty moment or something. But honestly, they're, from an autism, you know, um, moment that he's having, not really what some people might think is a mood or a childish behavior. So those have helped us along the way. So those are the great advice, is to give other autism parents, is to have these little cards handy. And so no, I don't hide them anymore from the community, but I used to. So not anymore.
When you first started working with autism, what was your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge was making sure that I provided the services that I was here for, but still promoting independence in the client. And that's a little challenging with somebody with autism, because you need to prompt and modify behavioral outcomes, however, still provide nursing care and independence for the client.
Do you think the community is educated enough about autism?
No, I don't believe so. Not at all. I wish that there was more out there, and I wish more people would understand what autism was. I wish that in the beginning I understood what autism was, and I wish that even the younger and the elderly would understand. And I feel that when we come in situations with Hunter, that I try to educate people instead of becoming defensive or anything like that. So I wish that there was more education and more awareness raised about autism in the community. Definitely.
If you were able to tell the entire community one thing, what would it be?
Educate yourself, and think before you speak, and try not to judge. That's one thing that I would want to say.
Be kind. Know that there's a backstory to every person, the family, the individual. Just be kind, and be kind to everybody. I mean, this is something that shouldn't be just an autism thing. We should be those people in general.